What's up guys, Aaron here, back with another video. Today's video is the full review of the Otterbox Defender series case for the Apple iPad Pro. Welcome back, and before we begin the review portion of the video, let's get more familiar with the case with the iPad Pro inside. On the top front of the case we have a cutout for our front-facing FaceTime HD camera, and on the bottom we have a cutout with a protective film over it that still allows us to use Touch ID. We also get a built-in screen protector and nearly edge-to-edge bezel protection. On the back of the case we have a cutout for our 8-megapixel rear iSight camera and our microphone. We also get a circular cutout in the center of the case displaying the Apple logo with a protective film over it, and on the bottom is some Otterbox branding. Taking a closer look at the top of the case, our power sleep wake button is completely covered. We also have two separate cutouts for our first set of stereo speakers. We also have a cutout for our 3.5mm headphone jack that's covered with a protective flap. And lastly, on the bottom we have cutouts for our two remaining stereo speakers, along with a cutout for our lightning port that's also protected with a protective flap. Now that we've gotten more familiar with the case, let's begin the review portion of the video. So first I'm going to talk about the things that I don't like, and then we'll talk about the things that I do like. So the first thing that I don't like about the case is the price. This case for the iPad Pro cost $129.95 before taxes. That's not too hefty of a price tag, but I would have liked to see it priced around $100. To me, the price wasn't a deal breaker, but to some people it might be. The next thing I don't like is the amount of bulk the case adds. The case is designed with 3 layers of protection, those being the outer layer of shock-absorbing silicone, the inner polycarbonate shell, and the built-in screen protector. 3 layers of protection is excellent in terms of protecting the device. However, that many layers of protection is going to naturally add bulk to the overall form factor of the case. So, although I do appreciate the amount of protection the case provides, I don't like the added bulk. And the last thing that I don't like is how difficult the case is to install and remove. As I mentioned earlier, the case has 3 layers of protection, which makes the installation and removal process rather tedious. This case was definitely designed with the thought in mind that you're going to be leaving your device in the case for a significant amount of time. I made a video of the installation process and exactly how to install the iPad Pro into the Otterbox Defender series case. I will have that video linked down below. With that in mind, the difficulty of the installation and removal of the case is something that I definitely don't like. Now that we've talked about the things that I don't like about the case, let's talk about the things that I do like. So the first thing that I like is the design and the build quality. The case in no way feels cheap. There's precise cutouts for all ports and buttons, and even features a cutout for the Apple logo that's protected with a layer of transparent film. The case also has a fingerprint-sized cutout to ensure Touch ID properly works, along with an included stand that has a designated spot to house the Apple Pencil, and we also get a very high-quality built-in screen protector. The next thing that I like is the amount of grip that the case provides. The iPad Pro is a very slippery device, as most Apple products are, so any added grip is a welcome feature. The Defender case adds an excellent amount of grip and helps to reassure that you're not going to drop your iPad Pro from an accidental slip. The next thing that I like is the included stand. With a device as big as the iPad Pro, a stand is pretty much needed to help with both comfortability as well as for multimedia consumption. The stand doesn't only serve the purpose of a stand, but also as the front shield that snaps onto the front of the iPad Pro, ensuring yet another layer of protection for your screen. Now this is excellent if you're going to carry your iPad Pro in a book bag or a backpack. The stand also features a designated spot to store the Apple Pencil when not in use. Which brings me to the next thing that I like about the case, which is that it features a designated spot for the Apple Pencil. I think a lot of case manufacturers have dropped the ball when it comes to ensuring that the owner of the case not only receives a case to store and protect their iPad, but to also house their Apple Pencil. For example, the Logitech Create keyboard case for the iPad Pro is an excellent case, however it lacks a designated spot to carry the Apple Pencil. A good example of a case that does a good job of holding your Apple Pencil is the Urban Armor Gear Scout case for the iPad Pro. And just a quick side note, I've covered both the Logitech Create keyboard case and the Urban Armor Gear Scout case here on the channel, and I will have those videos linked down below. Also, let me know by hitting the thumbs up button and leaving a comment down in the comments section if you'd like to see a comparison and versus video between the Logitech Create keyboard case, the Urban Armor Gear Scout case, and this Otterbox Defender case. The next thing that I like is how good a shape the case keeps your iPad Pro in. The Defender series lineup of cases in the past have kept my devices looking brand new like the day I bought it, which is a great feature of the case, especially if you're planning on selling the device once the new model is released. I always place my iPhones in an Otterbox Defender series case the second I open the iPhone, and when I take it out a year later to sell it, it looks just like the day I bought it. So I really like the protection, and I have to say that this is definitely currently the most protective case for the iPad Pro. The next thing that I like is that Touch ID still works with the case applied. A lot of case manufacturers want you to sacrifice features for protection. However, Otterbox has taken both into consideration, which I think is excellent. At this particular point in the video, I want to answer two particular questions that I get asked a lot since I've purchased this case. One is, does the Apple Pencil still work properly with the screen protector? And the second is, does the screen protector in any way disrupt the touch sensitivity of the screen? To answer the first question, the Apple Pencil does still work and function with the built-in screen protector. However, in my opinion, it's not as precise. And the reason for that is that there's slight air gaps around the bezel. Which brings me to the unfortunate answer of question number 2, and that is, does the screen protector in any way disrupt the touch sensitivity of the screen? And the answer to that is, sadly, it does. In my particular unit, in my case, there is a slight gap that I can notice in between and around the bezel section. The center of the screen shows no disruption. However, along all 4 bezels, I do notice an air pocket that I say it comes up around 1/4 inch from all sides of the bezel. Now that might not seem like a big surface area to you, however it does affect the touch sensitivity when using certain applications, such as when you're drawing with the Apple Pencil. When you're coming down towards the bottom of the bezels, you'll notice ever so slightly that the tip of the Apple Pencil is not making direct contact with the screen. And also you'll notice when swiping down from Notification Center or swiping up to Control Center, you'll notice that there's a slight delay due to the fact that it's a little harder to actually touch the top of the bezel. Now, if you're looking for maximum protection, these things might not matter to you. However, if you feel that you can't deal with these particular air pockets, then you might want to look elsewhere. Otterbox in the past has released bad batches of cases, typically their first batch. However, they usually do fix any problems and then re-release a second batch. So you could receive the updated version that'll work great. Now that we've discussed the things that I do and don't like about the case, here's my final thoughts. The Otterbox Defender Series case for the iPad Pro is well designed and definitely serves its main purpose, and that's protection. Although this case isn't designed for everyone, if you're looking for maximum protection for your iPad Pro, then I'd say this is the case for you. I'd have to recommend that you look elsewhere if you're looking for a case with minimal protection, or if you're a person who likes to change their cases 2 or 3 times a day. I really like the included stand, and I really appreciate the designated spot for the Apple Pencil. The case will definitely last the entire life of your device, keeping your iPad Pro looking brand new. I give this case a solid 9 out of 10 rating, with the case receiving a 9 instead of a 10 due to the items mentioned at the beginning and the end of the video. Again, if you would like to see a comparison between the Logitech Create keyboard case, the Urban Armor Gear Scout case, and the Otterbox Defender Series case, let me know by hitting the thumbs up button down below and leaving a comment down in the comments section. If you have any questions about the case that I didn't cover in the video, leave them down in the comments section and I'll try to answer them. Anyways guys, that's going to do it for me in this video. If you're interested in further information, pricing, and availability, all relevant links will be located down in the video description. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, now's a great time to hit that subscribe button and you will be notified in your inbox every time I upload a new video. Don't forget to drop a like down below and leave a comment down in the comments section. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you guys for watching. As I mentioned earlier, my name is Aaron and I'll see you guys on the next one.